I knew nothing about trains and the steel mills before this, so this was a learning opportunity for me.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.
This is a generic 1950s steel town. We were thinking it was based on Youngstown, Ohio. So basically, this is the layout of what the downtown area would look like, and then your housing, which surrounded the steel mills. So then over here would start where your raw materials would come in to the steel mills by railroad. And then it shows how they would go into the blast furnaces and the open hearth furnaces to get all the carbon out of the materials. So that way they can make a nice, smooth, hot metal steel. And then they would go into the ingot yards, which is, these are ingot molds right here. The hot metal would be poured into those. Once they cooled, they would lift the mold up and you'd have a big block of steel, and then it would get shipped out. The Western Reserve Modular Railroad Club was the club that put this train together in 2010. It was founded in Canfield in the late 1990s with about 12 members. And so they specialize in using the 3-rail O-gauge modular layout. They approached the museum in 2010 and built a smaller version of their normally larger layouts that they were used to building. And they got approval to install it, and they began installation on August 3rd of 2010. I was an intern here from the University of Akron. I did a Museums and Archives Certificate Studies program. It started on July 13th, officially July 11th, and it officially ended on August 14th. It's been wonderful. I do have a bachelor's degree in history from the University of Akron. My advisor had informed me that they do have the Museums and Archives Studies program, which is what I wanted to go into for career-wise. And I was born and raised in Youngstown. My dad worked in the steel mills, so I figured this would be a good fit. I had to create and update information on the model train. So we decided to update a sign for them, as you can see. And then I had to create an interpretative framework around the model trains and how they operated within the steel mills. We wanted to fancy it up in here a little bit, add some flair. So Marcel and I went into the basement when I first started working on this project a few weeks ago to find paintings of any trains. I knew nothing about trains and the steel mills before this, so this was a learning opportunity for me. My history background is mainly like wars, like World War I, World War II, Cold War, and then the 60s with all of the civil rights movements, women's movements, and all that. But it was interesting to learn how the trains actually operated, and I learned the names of the cars that went into the steel mills. I'm actually going for my master's in applied history and public humanities at the University of Akron, but that doesn't actually start until fall 2023, but I have been accepted already. And then right now I'm just looking for something in the field.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.